All right, YouTube. So, um, let me switch these cords out real quick. Hopefully, I don't go dead. All right. So, uh, so we got the truck kind of sort of fixed, and I can't see how many people are in here because I have such a low battery. Let me lower my screen brightness. Maybe that'll help a little bit. And let me know if you guys are in here. I can't see how many people are in the chat. So that's what happens when you get a freight shaker. Yeah, sure. Obviously, I'm not going broke, but it feels that way. Fucked up day. Just a fucked up day all around. Completely stupid. I'm parked under a bridge. Showing 6 people. All right, cool. If you ain't in here now, you're gonna have to watch the replay because I'm not repeating myself. Anyway, as you guys know, the truck broke down, and I had to limp it to the shop. Let me roll the windows up here. It's kind of noisy outside. Had to take it to a shop. I was on the shoulder of the road. There was fuel going everywhere, all that kind of crap. And I got it to a shop, and I had the part. Already had the part. The reason I already had the part in the truck is because it's the same thing that that broke. I'll answer that question in a minute, Chris. It's the same thing that broke like a week and a half ago. That damn fuel line fitting. Apparently, according to the diesel medics or the diesel doctors over there in Warren County, it was installed improperly. So there's nothing wrong with the truck. It's not because it's a Freightliner. It's because the dipshit at TA didn't freaking install it properly. So anyway, TA, when they fixed the fuel line before, they didn't install it properly, so it gouged itself and started leaking again. So hopefully this time it's installed properly and it doesn't leak anymore. But we got it fixed. I lost the load I was on, which was a very good load. I lost the load I was on. And the driver that repowered me, I'm not gonna put him on blast or anything, but come on, man. The trailer was dirty inside, completely dirty inside. There was a mud flap missing and all that kind of crap. So once I finally did get the truck fixed, I had to take the trailer to the shop and get a mud flap put on. So I had them do that at the Pilot, at the Goodyear place. They put a new mud flap on. Then I got fuel. And this is all hours. You know, it took at least an hour to get in the shop to get the mud flap replaced. Got that done. Then you know, people are calling me and messaging me, blowing up my damn phone. And pretty much I just got fuel, and then I got a load to pick up tomorrow morning. But the problem is the trailer's fucking filthy, and all the washouts are closing for today. So I hauled ass down here to, I'll answer that question in a minute. I hauled ass down here to get a truck wash, or a trailer washout. And I got here 10 minutes before they closed and got the washout done. And now I'm parked outside of their washout bay underneath the bridge. So that's essentially what happened today. Whole lot of bullshit, a whole lot of lost revenue, and I lost that load going to Georgia, which is a really good reload area right now. And I just got something else that's not as good. So I'm not very happy. You know, that's trucking, I guess. Whatever. But the reason I'm parked under a bridge is because there's no truck stop down here where I had to get a truck wash out, and the guys in the truck wash said it's cool if I park here, so fuck it. This is where I'm gonna park for the night with all these cars driving over my head making all this noise. As far as can I get my money back from TA, we're working on it. I have to take pictures of the invoice and send it back to our road assist department, but we are working to see if they will cover that that repair. So today I already had the part, right? I already had the extra line that I showed you guys before. I had that extra fuel line on hand because the kit comes with two and they only replaced one before. So I had a brand new fuel line that they put in at the Warren County diesel place, which is the diesel doctors or something like that. Anyway, they got it fixed for $100. So $101, just pretty much all labor. I already had the parts. So $101 in labor, got it fixed for now. If it starts leaking again, I might just find a box of matches and poof. Fuck it. I mean, anyway, I'll have to delete this video if I decide to do that, though, because I just incriminated myself. But whatever. So that's what happened today, pretty much. Just all kinds of bullshit. And, yeah. So now, I got the trailer washed out. And I got to go pick up this load at 6 o'clock in the morning. So I'm on a 10-hour break. And, yeah. So, with that being said, if you guys have any questions, I'm going to do Ask Me Anything because there was like over 50 comments on the breakdown video. Is it not coming through? Can you guys hear me or not? Okay, because your signal's fucked up, bro. Get a better service. It's not me. I'm coming through crystal clear, so. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. Where's your next load going? It's going to Kansas. So I'm going right back into the meat patch. Going right back to Kansas. And I should be able to get a really good paying meat load after this one. This one isn't that great, but it's getting me to a better area. A much better area. So it just sucks that I lost the load I was on. Because it was a damn good load. I only got 180 miles into the trip and the fuel just started pissing everywhere. So I was going to be down. I should be down in Georgia right now. But because all this bullshit happened today, I lost my stuff. Find a better service, dude. It's working just fine. Anyway, so I lost a good load, and then my taxes are done. So I've got I have a Cascadia. Should I look into the fuel line? No. Mine was fine until I hit 666,000 miles. So you probably ain't gonna have any issues with it. It just got old and it started vibrating and that kind of shit. So the vibrations messed it up. Now, if you start hearing a knocking noise, that's when you want to start looking at it. What I've noticed is when it starts to get loose, or it's gouging, that fuel fitting is gouging in there, it'll start making a knocking noise. But older trucks rule. What's up, Woody? Glad you back up running. Be safe. I appreciate it. And then on top of that, I've got all the tax stuff going on at the same time. I've got everything else going on. I don't even know what we're going to do for the radio show tomorrow night yet. Obviously, we're still going to do the radio show tomorrow night, but I don't even know what we're going to talk about yet. I've been so busy. I don't know. And at this point, I'm just pissed off, man. I'm not in the mood. So, I don't know. But, what's going on, Jeffrey? What's going on, Lou? What is your opinion on Fitzgerald truck sales glider? I think they're fine. As long as you don't have to go to California, I think it's a great option. You know, the truck is fine now. Kinda. I still need to get a PM done. I still need to buy tires. Just fuck, man. So yeah, I'm going broke. I'm going broke because you got to pay over $6,300 to the feds, to the IRS, and then about $2,200 or $1,500 to the state of Missouri for taxes. Because technically, my S corp operates out of Missouri, so I need to move that to Texas for next year. But yeah, so we got taxes due. I just spent $100 on this repair. We're trying to get TA to pay for that bill, to give us back at least $100 for because they installed it wrong. And hopefully they will honor that. And you know, that kind of shit. So I don't know. It's just stupid. Yep. California doesn't allow gliders. I know that. But yep, that's a lot of money. But the good news is, you know, I'll be able to do an installment agreement for the taxes. We have the money for the taxes, but the thing is, if I pay all the money on the taxes immediately, I've really put myself at a high risk of going out of business, because we've got enough money to keep the business going and everything like that. Got emergency fund, all that kind of stuff. But you know, I appreciate that, Raymond. I appreciate that as well, E Street. But you know, I'm kind of at a high risk right now. If I pay all the tax, if I pay the entire tax bill immediately, it leaves me with a very limited amount of money in the business account. Obviously, the business is debt free right now. So other than the trailer, which we don't even worry about that. But since we gotta buy new tires as well. And I got to get a PM, which a PM ain't that much. But, you know, pretty much this entire week's paycheck is going to be going towards tires and what you call it, getting the PM done and all that kind of shit. So payments, do payments so you still have money for whatever may happen. Yeah. I think I'm going to do refresh your feed, bro. Somebody tell him to refresh his phone, because I'm coming through just fine. But anyway, yeah, you know, I'm gonna do payments. I'll probably do about $500 a month, and then once we get back to square one with everything, I'll go ahead and just pay it off, because we got the cash to pay off the taxes immediately. But I don't want to do that because we also want to get a house. And me and the wife found a really nice place that we want to get. And, you know, the last place we were looking at, somebody bought it out from under us before we could get a chance to even look at it. So hopefully I can get home here very quick and, you know, get the taxes filed. Show, you know, because we showed a lot of profit on the taxes. So, you know, we gotta, yeah, a house doesn't make money, but we gotta have a fucking place to live. So, anyway, but we found a really cool place we want to get, and, you know, ultimately, the taxes being the way they are, we will actually be able to get a place, no problem. We've already got a down payment. You know, we've got plenty of money for a down payment. We've got excellent credit, all that kind of stuff. You know, I'm tired of living in the truck. You know, we're ready for our own place, honestly. We've been ready for several years. It's just when you file, this is something that a lot of people don't talk about. And I don't like revealing my personal situation right now, but fuck it. I don't care. Ultimately, if you file as a business, right? You file as an LLC. You have to show 2 years of profit, good profit, in order to get a mortgage. And ultimately, that's been a huge struggle for us. We've had some major downfalls in this business, breakdowns and things like that, and just huge amounts of expenses. And so we showed a loss in 2014. We showed a loss. So 2014 was a very rough year for my business, and we showed a loss in 2014. Well, if you show a loss for the past 2 years, if you show a loss within one of the 2 years, they go off your most recent 2 years when you're looking to get a mortgage, right? And we aren't even trying to get that much money. We're only trying to get like $70,000. We're not buying a huge fucking house. That's not going to happen. We're not going to buy a huge fucking house. But ultimately, when you want to get a mortgage and you're self-employed, you have to show 2 good years of profit. And since we had so many downfalls in 2014, we ended up showing a loss. Well, 2015 was a good year. You know, we made up for that loss in 2015. But even though we had a great year in 2015, no bank will touch you to get a regular mortgage, 15-year fixed mortgage, when you had a loss within the past 2 years, when your business showed a loss within the past 2 years. So finally, 2016 was a good year as well, and we're able to show enough profit in order to where we can actually go get a fucking house. So fucking finally, we can do it now. So I gotta move some things around and figure some shit out. But we're not gonna get a big crazy house. We're gonna get a starter home, something that's really cool. Hopefully we can get the house we've been looking at, because it's really sweet. If I do a video on it, you guys are like, damn, that's a nice fucking house for fucking, that's cheap. Like, what? So hopefully we can get this place. That's ultimately been the struggle, because we've had the money, we've had the down payment for a house for 4 years. We've been ready to get a house for the past 4 years, but the banks won't touch you. Even though if you have perfect credit, you got a down payment and everything, perfect credit, down payment set up, everything's good to go, except you're self-employed and you showed a loss, you're fucked. You can't show a loss. So, yeah, you could do an owner finance or something, but those are hard, few and far between. But, and I'll get to everybody's comments here in a second. I'm just explaining the situation a little bit, So ultimately, the past several years have been very stressful, because we're just like, shit, we need to get a house. We want to get a house, but we can't. Even though we have the money for it, and we're more than financially capable of affording a place, we just can't get one because the banks won't touch you if you have a year that shows a loss. And also, they won't touch you until you've been in business for 2 years. So, that's something that I don't hear a lot of people talk about. It's just a heads up for you guys. If you're thinking about buying a house so your family can fucking live somewhere, don't go, just know you got to show 2 years of profit before you can even get a mortgage being self-employed. Now, there's other ways to do it. You can do a bank statement loan, but man, those are some subprime loans, dude. You're going to have a really high interest rate, and it's going to change into an adjustable rate and all that kind of stuff, and you don't want that. You really don't want that. So, if you're going to get a house, and you're going to go into this business as an LLC or even as a sole proprietorship, once you classify yourself as being self-employed, you fuck yourself on your taxes and being able to get a loan. So, you have to be very well established. Your business has to be very well established, at least 2 years of profit, in order to get any kind of good home loan being self-employed. So just a heads up to you guys. That's what we've been struggling with the past few years. Thankfully, we've had a place to stay, but ultimately that's not where we want to be, So, hopefully everything will work out the next few weeks and we can just go buy this fucking place. I'm so fucking tired of not having my own place. It's driving me fucking crazy. Seriously. I live in the damn truck, man. Pretty much everything not everything, but pretty much most of what I own is in this damn truck. I'm not going to reveal how much profit I made. I made enough. I made enough. Well, more than a company driver would make. I'll tell you that. I made enough to have to pay over $6,000 in taxes. Well, actually, about $8,200. I made enough money to have to pay $8,200 in taxes. So, but that's, ultimately where we're at. I don't even want to reveal that, we didn't have a house, but, I'm always honest with you guys as much as I can be when it comes to this stuff. And that's just the heads up. That's the struggle you have to deal with as a business owner out here. If you get an LLC or sole proprietorship, you got to wait 2 years before you can even buy a fucking house, man. Yeah, I got a good accountant. They figured it out. So, yeah, they got it figured out. That's the bare minimum that's the bare minimum liability I'm gonna have to pay. We did pretty well. So even though I didn't run quite as many miles, I think I ran less miles last year than any other previous year, but I still made more money. So can't complain too bad. Let's see. My company is trying to force me to be a trainer. I'm thinking about quitting because of it. They won't leave me the hell alone. I would quit too. Tell them you don't want to be a trainer and fuck off. How much experience do you have at that company? How much driving experience do you have, Jordan? But let's see, what else do we have? Thanks for being honest. My interest on my home is 2.5%. That's pretty damn good. What you call going out of business? Less than 10K? Yeah. Less than 10K, you're going out of business, dude. I mean, we have more than that, but sure. Less than 10K, shit, you're on the verge, man. Yeah, I'll make it work out, man. I'm not gonna talk about what my wife does. She doesn't want to be on camera or none of that, really, so it doesn't really matter. With Prime. You're with Prime and they're trying to force you to be a trainer? That doesn't make any sense. They never... Tell them you don't want to be a trainer. Just don't get certified. They can't make you be a trainer, dude. They cannot force you to become a trainer. They can't. Just keep saying no. Now, I have seen some guys get screwed over by doing that. Me personally, I was good because I came up with some good excuses, like I want to have my wife ride with me. I'm gonna buy my truck, so I don't want to put the extra miles on it. That kind of shit. So ultimately, you just got to tell them no. But you said you've been there 7 months. Yeah, you're not really a good idea to quit if you've only been driving for 7 months. Stick it out. As far as I know, Prime doesn't force you to become a trainer, dude. Like I've never heard anybody really complain about that that much. Maybe a few cases here and there, but just tell them no, dude. They never forced me. Once I told them flat out, fucking no, I'm not doing that, they left me alone. And I made damn good money as a solo driver the past 5.5, 6 years. So, fuck that. They asked me once, I said no, and they never asked me again. So, there you go. That's pretty much how my situation was. They can't force you to become a trainer if you don't get certified, though. Once you get certified at Prime to become an instructor, now you're screwed yourself. Because then they can kind of be like, hey, force you. Are you broke down again? I was broke down earlier today. They got it fixed for $100. I already had the part. I already explained all of that earlier. They can't do that. They will try to talk you into it. You're not ready with 7 months. Yeah, I got the truck fixed. It was $100. I had to give up the load I had, which was a good load. But what are you gonna do? You can't deliver the load if the truck's broke down. So somebody else had to come get it. It was a hot load of produce. It had to go. That load of produce had to be there. It's got to be there at 4 in the morning. And the only way it's going to get there is somebody else took it. So that's what happened. Fantastic. So you delivered the load on time? No, I had to give it away. You should have at least 2 years experience before you train. I agree. I think 2 years is a really good threshold because now you got a couple winters under your belt. You got a couple winters and a couple summers under your belt. You understand the seasons of trucking, right? Because there is seasons of trucking. In the summertime, you got the RVers and all that kind of crap. In the fall, you got the leaf watchers and all that shit out on the road. In the wintertime, you just got a whole bunch of shitty weather. Then spring comes around, you got tornado season and all that, which we're about to get into that pretty quick. Tornado season and all that's been going on. Then summer is construction. It's construction season now. Once it gets warm, it's construction season. So you start to learn the seasons of trucking, right? Now that you got 2 years under your belt, now you should be qualified to train somebody. If you only got 5-6 months in, dude, you don't know jack. And I hope that doesn't offend anybody, but it's just the truth. You really don't know what's going on out here yet. And there's nothing wrong with not knowing. Okay? There's nothing wrong with being a rookie, but you shouldn't be a trainer with that little bit of experience. You just shouldn't. I knew that from the get-go. That's why I never trained anybody. And once I had been in my truck for 2+ years, I decided, fuck that, I'm never training. Because I was like, if I train somebody, I won't be able to buy this truck because they'll tear it to hell. I tore it up enough myself, So, no. Me personally, I say this all the time. If you don't want to train, absolutely do not do it. Because more than likely, you'll just treat the trainee like shit and be a bad trainer. So if you don't want to train, don't fucking do it. Period. You're going to hate life. It's going to suck. And you're going to be a bad trainer anyway. So don't do it. And that's not directed directly at you, dude. I'm just saying, for anybody out there, if you don't want to train, like you don't want to be in the truck with somebody else, then don't fucking train just for the money. Don't do it. It's not worth it, man. Yeah, I'll figure it out one way or another. We got a lot of cool shit going on, It's just a lot of effed up shit going on, so, one breakdown after another, and then I get rolling, I have a couple good weeks, paychecks, and then shit breaks again, and then I lost that good load, and fuck, man. That little shit adds up a lot over time. Those little setbacks add up a lot over time. They cost you thousands of dollars in lost revenue. Today, I lost at least $500. I lost at least $500 today. Not including the $100 I had to spend on the repair. I want a lizard lot to train me. Alright, Shadow Wolf. It's time for you to go home, buddy. I don't like teaming, so I'll never train. So, there you go. Get some sleep. Tomorrow will be a better day. I sure as fuck hope so, man. If this damn fuel leak comes back, I'm not going to be happy. Really not happy. Because if it comes back again, I got lucky today. I did get lucky today. I acknowledge that. I guess blessed. I don't really like using the word lucky. I got blessed today for the simple fact that I didn't have to call a tow truck. Because if that line would have snapped or broke completely or whatever, I probably would have had to call a tow truck. As a fuel supply line. Fuel rail supply line. Right? So, if you got no fuel going to the fuel rail because the supply line broke, guess what? You're not going anywhere. So luckily, it didn't break fully, and I was able to still drive it to where I could get it to the shop. So I didn't have to get a tow truck. That was good. But those tow trucks always screw up your stuff, man. They always screw up your bumper and your license plate, bend it all to hell, and all that kind of shit. So nothing against tow truck drivers. Just come on, guys. Stop tearing up my fucking bumper. I don't want to train anyone for the simple reason that if the person I trained hurt themselves or someone else, I'd feel responsible for it. And you kind of, in a sense, you are responsible. So, you know, it's a lot of responsibility. And you're also giving a lot of responsibility to the student. You're putting your life in their hands. So. But if there's any last minute questions, trucking related, business related, etc., feel free to chime in very quickly, because we have passed the 30-minute mark and I don't like to carry these on for too long. So if you have any questions, hashtag Ask Woody. All right. You can also use that hashtag on Twitter. All right. If you want to message me, Ask Woody, hashtag Ask Woody, and at Woody the Big Deal on Twitter. All right. That's the fastest way. The notifications go straight through to my fucking phone screen. So the other messages, sometimes Facebook blocks them, sometimes Instagram blocks them, sometimes YouTube blocks comments. So the best way, if you absolutely have to get a question answered by me, is to reach me on Twitter. That's the only good thing about Twitter. Other than that, I fucking hate Twitter. But if you need to send me a message or just tweet me, at Woody the Big Deal, and I'll answer your questions as soon as I possibly can. Other than that, I'm going to see if we have any questions left here, and then we're going to get going. Going for a DOT Physical Friday, what does it entail? You can actually Google that information, and it'll give you a lot better synopsis than I can. But basically, they're checking for diabetes, they're checking for sleep apnea, they're checking for high blood pressure, they're checking for sugar or glucose in the urine. They're checking for hernias, all right, if you've had a hernia, and that kind of stuff. So, but ultimately, you can Google that, and you will get, just Google DOT physical, or just Google what is a DOT physical, and you'll get thousands of different articles on it, information. So it's out there. Information is out there. And yeah, let me Google that for you. Peeing in a cup, blood pressure, hearing, sight, yeah, all that kind of stuff. You got to squat, you got to bend over, touch your toes, all that kind of stuff. Woody, did they put any pipe tape on the tube when they screwed it in? They don't do that. It's not that kind of tube. It's weird. They don't. That's not how it seals. It's like a little nipple that fits down in a little hole, right? And when you screw that nut down, it gets an airtight seal in that hole. There's no O-rings or anything like that. It's just metal on metal, right? So the way it's shaped creates the seal. It's just the guy put it in crooked, so it didn't seal properly, and it ended up gouging itself. It was vibrating and it gouged itself, so that's why it started leaking again. But there's no rubber or anything else like that. They don't use vinyl for that. The vinyl, yeah, it's a compression fitting. The vinyl would just get destroyed by the fuel anyway. Nice. Finger in the butt. Yeah. There you go. How about that? That's YouTube for you. Compression fittings. Is your truck fixed now? Yes, it is. Cost me $100. Wasn't too bad. I already had the part, though. Make sure the trailer has wheels. Tips on buying a used trailer. Okay, that was somebody asked the question. Tips on buying a used trailer. Make sure that the landing gear works good. Make sure it's got good brakes, good wiring. All right. I mean, come on, guys. It's basic pre-trip on it, right? A trailer is really simple. Is the frame straight? Look at the tires. If they threw brand new tires on it, try to get see if you can look at the old ones. Okay, if they threw new tires on the trailer before they sell it, see if they if you can look at the old tires, so you can see if there's any irregular wear patterns, right? You want to know if the bearings are tightened up properly. You want to know if the suspension is good, the shocks, the airbags, the brakes, the lights, all that kind of stuff. Other than that, a trailer is a trailer, man. And now if you're buying a reefer, you want to be careful buying an older reefer or a drive-in because the floors don't last as long, right? So, you want to check all the cross members, all that kind of stuff. Are trailers like trucks? I don't know enough about that, actually. Do you have a new load, or do you have to wait on a load board? I am dispatched already on a load that picks up in the morning. Picks up at 6 o'clock down there in Cincinnati. I'm about 10 miles away, if that. I'm actually I'm in Cincinnati right now. On the outskirts of Cincinnati, but I'm parked under a bridge in freaking northern Cincinnati. You can hear the damn cars. You can hear the cars just going, man. So that's where we're at right now. But pretty much when you're buying a trailer, you're gonna do a good pre-trip on it. Check the axle hubs, check the brakes, check the tires, check the lug nuts, all that kind of stuff, landing gear. Make sure it's been greased up pretty good, all that kind of stuff. There's no parking signs, so I'm good. The guys at the truck wash said it was cool, so I'll take their word for it. I don't see any no parking signs. We're on a side street, so we'll be okay. We're in the industrial area. What happened to my truck? The damn fuel line started leaking. You guys can go ahead and watch this on the replay because I covered pretty damn near fucking everything. Not that I don't mind answering the questions again. It's just I feel like I'm repeating myself over and over and over and over and over and over. And that's the whole point of making a video, to answer questions, is so I don't have to repeat myself, right? So, yeah. If you have any other questions, I might have answered those already. If you have any questions about the breakdown or anything like that, I already covered all that stuff. You can watch the replay. I'm about to get off of here. So, damn station wagon with a fucking muscle motor in it. How about that? I lost about $500 plus the $100 I had to spend on getting the repair done. But I'll update you guys whether or not TA actually ends up paying for that because they installed it wrong to begin with. It's just stupid crap, man. Stupid crap like that does make people go out of business. For the most part, the title of this video is clickbait. But people do go out of business because of this shit. Like, seriously, it's pissing me the fuck off. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, right? I paid $375 for TA to fix it the first time. And they did it wrong. It cost me another $100. Plus I lost the load. Plus I had to pay, $100 to get it fixed. So this stuff does make people go out of business. So this kind of shit really bothers me. It really pisses me off. I know it's just trucking to deal with it, but still, people do go out of business because of crap like this. Because of stupid shit. That's what I tell you. You got to have an emergency fund. You got to have a maintenance fund stashed up so you can pay for this crap when shit happens, because it's Murphy's Law out here, man. If it can go wrong, it will go wrong, and you better have the money to pay, or else you're done. So, with that being said, I appreciate everybody watching tonight, all that good stuff. Don't forget to give a thumbs up to the video before you leave, and hit the bell, all that kind of stuff. And share this video out, whatever. I got lots of other good videos that are very shareable as well. So, I appreciate you guys watching and all that good stuff. Yeah, I had a problem because somebody screwed up. They didn't install the line properly. But with that being said, I gotta go. I'm gonna get some sleep. Hopefully with all these cars driving over the top of my head. But anyway, you guys stay safe out there. Don't forget the Rob and Woody Show will be live tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time on lnjradio.com. So check that out and try not to die.